Chardukian here with the Daily Developer Show, the show where we talk every single day about how you can become a better programmer and how to optimize your lifestyle as a programmer. So what I want to talk about with you in today's video is the idea that programming is frustrating. It makes you want to pull your hair out, it makes you want to throw things, it makes you want to just get in some conflicts. It's kind of like road rage. You're frustrated, you're mad. And I'm talking about road rage because you can see I've got that Ho Chi Minh City traffic behind me. But what should you do when you're feeling kind of worked up by or frustrated by programming? I think there's two things you can do. The obvious one is that you can give up. And I'm not gonna say that like, oh no, never give up. A true winner never gives up. I think that, being successful involves a lot of selectively choosing what you want to give up and what things are important to you and that you want to focus on them. But maybe programming is not suitable for you. In that case, maybe you have to give up programming so that you can go be a winner at something else. But I think that if you're self-introspective, you can be the judge of that. But more specifically, in this video, what I want to focus on with you is what you should do if you know that, continuing to program, continuing to level up your skills, if you know that that's the right thing for you, but you're just having some frustrations, you're having some difficult times. So the first thing I think you should keep in mind is to remember that if it was easy, it would not be worth it, or at least it wouldn't be so rewarding at the end. The reason that learning to code is a very valuable skill is because not a lot of people can do it. So remember that every time you feel like you want to quit, remember other people are also having that feeling. And there's a really good book you can read. It's called The Dip by Seth Godin. And it basically talks about how the point where the majority of people give up, that's kind of like a frustrating time after you get past the beginner gains and things are kind of frustrating. You put a lot of work in, but you haven't seen the results yet. Well, if you continue past that, you can rise above the majority of people, and that's when you see the rewards. So if you're feeling frustrated with programming, understand that you are in the dip. You're in that frustrating time. You're facing some challenges that can be demotivating. But if you're able to push through that, you can experience some really great rewards. I think another thing, the second thing you should try to remember when you feel frustrated when learning to code is to remember to take breaks. Sure, maybe like right now, for example, I'm learning TypeScript and kind of trying to, having all my JavaScript work, and then I try to move over to TypeScript, which in theory is mostly the same, but you're just kind of making the code safer. You're doing these safe checks, and I'm like, I don't even need this code to make my program function. These safe checks that are supposed to be saving me time, they're actually taking me more time than it would have just been to write the standard code the normal way. So I feel like I'm losing time and it's getting frustrating. It's so difficult and nobody at my office knows how to do it. What should I do? If you're feeling frustrated like that, just remember, breathe, take a breath, and maybe go for a short walk. If you can't ask somebody for help, ask yourself for help. And you do that by taking a break, letting your subconscious work on the problem, and then coming back to the problem when you are in a state that's conducive to problem solving and your subconscious has had time to grapple with that problem. Here's my last piece of advice. When you're learning to code and it's feeling frustrating, or maybe you're working on some project and you feel frustrated, it doesn't have to be necessarily you're a beginner. Maybe you're at a medium level, or you're even at an advanced level. You're a better developer than I am. Even during those times when you feel frustrated, here's what I want you to keep in mind. It's important to remember that every single time you're doing something, you're strengthening those neural pathways in your brain. So if you feel frustrated and you give up, I'm not saying you just took a 5-minute break or a 15-minute break to get a new perspective, but I mean, you just said, I am done with this. I am not coming back to this. When you do that, you're robbing yourself of an opportunity to build discipline. And even scarier is the fact that you're training your brain to learn. When I feel frustrated, it's okay to give up. So I think that's something that's very dangerous. Just like you can train yourself to be a winner, by trying to push through these problems, or at least going around the problem to a better solution, that can be an opportunity for you to train your brain to program or live life like a winner. Whereas if you're giving up when you feel frustrated, that trains the wrong patterns in your brain. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm about to shoot out now, and I'll see you again tomorrow.